Okay. So today we have to perform a practical of limit test of sulfate. What is your aim there? To perform limit test of sulfate. As we all know, limit test of sulfate, that means sulfate soluble or sulfate ion is get reacted with barium chloride in the presence of acidic environment. Then it will produce barium sulfate as an insoluble, which will prepare turbid solution. We have to determine that turbidity of the solution. If turbidity of test solution is greater than standard solution, then our test doesn't comply. Or if turbidity of test solution is smaller than standard solution, then our test is compliant. So we want to determine the test and standard solution. For that purpose, we are here taking some samples. First is called as barium chloride solution. This is 25% weight by volume solution of barium chloride. 25 gram of barium chloride is dissolved in 100 ml of distilled water. Then 25% barium chloride solution is prepared. Then the second bottle indicates standard sulfate solution. This standard sulfate solution is prepared by diluting 1 volume or ml of potassium sulfate as a standard of sulfate ion in 100 ml of distilled water. Then this third bottle contains 5 molar acetic acid solution. 5 molar acetic acid solution is prepared according to the definition of molecular weight, which indicates 1 mole of the acetic acid and dissolved in the given sample of distilled water. This bottle is nothing but hydrochloric acid, standard hydrochloric acid, and these two are the Nestler's tube. We have to add all the samples of standard and test in the Nestler's tube. So these are the standards and test. Very first of all, we'll prepare standard solution. Okay. Now take 1 ml of 25% barium chloride solution and add in the Nestler chamber. Okay. This is the barium chloride solution. This is the barium chloride solution. We want to add this or 1 ml of barium chloride solution. See carefully. Yeah? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we want to prepare for standard, and this is a 1 ml of barium chloride solution. Next. After it, 1.5 ml of ethanolic solution, sulfate solution, which is prepared here, ethanolic sulfate solution. Ethanolic sulfate solution, we have to add 1.5 ml ethanolic sulfate solution. Okay, so just a minute. 1.5 ml of ethanolic solution, ethanolic sulfate solution, which contain standard sulfate molecules in it, then which have been added here. It should be mixed and stand it for 1 minute. Simultaneously, 1 ml solution of barium chloride should be added in test sample. This is a Nestler's tube. labeled as a test. Then after 1.5 ml of ethanolic sulfate solution. Okay. And keep this test aside for 1 minute. Don't mix this pipette here and there. Okay. So after 1 minute, we have to add 15 ml of sulfate standard solution. Sulfate standard solution, which is prepared here, and concentration of this sulfate standard solution is 10 ppm. That means it contains 10 ppm sulfate molecules in it. Okay. So add 15 ml of this into standard first. This is a measuring cylinder. We have to add 15 ml of standard solution. Okay. This is standard solution 15 ml. We have to add in standard and keep it aside for a minute. Then we have to add test. That means water from which we want to calculate or determine the concentration of sulfate ion. This is a sample water having 50 ml, which we want to determine for sulfate concentration and added in a test solution. Now we have to maintain this reaction condition in acidic medium, so that we want to add, or we have to add some acetic acid solution, which is prepared here, 5 molar acetic acid solution. Okay. So this is a 5 molar acetic acid added in standard and test to maintain the acidity of the environment. Now we have to, or we want to make up the volume up to 50 ml. Still we have added 1 ml of barium chloride, 1.5 ml of ethanolic sulfate. Then keep it as a keep it aside for a 1 minute. Then added 15 ml of sulfate standard and test in both standard and test solution respectively. After it, some part of acetic acid. So total near about 17 to 15 ml of solution is prepared. Now we want to prepare or we want to make up the solution up to 50 ml. So this is 25 ml. This is 7 ml. So this is nothing but total 50 ml volume. Same volume should be adjusted for the test as well. Okay. We have to stir it and keep aside for 5 minutes. Second rod. After 5 minutes, we have to analyze the turbidity of the solution. These are the two Nessler's chambers. So after 5 minutes, we have to identify it against the dark background for the turbidity of the sample. Okay, so according to the test and standard turbidity is much more higher or comparatively higher than the test one. And if turbidity of standard is greater than the turbidity of test, then our sample must contain lesser amount of sulfate molecule than the standard sulfate molecule. Okay, hence our test complies the given test of sulfate.